A girl had just gotten out of a taxi when her clothes were torn to shreds by the car. Yet her husband didn't help her out of the predicament at all. He even told her to call an Uber and leave on her own, saying he had an important meeting. At that moment, a gentleman named Smith quickly took off his coat and draped it over Jessica, then offered to drive her home. When John returned home later, he was shocked to see his boss Smith standing at his doorstep. Smith explained, "I was just helping someone who got into trouble." When Jessica returned Smith's coat, John finally learned what had happened. Smith was extremely surprised to find out Jessica was John's girlfriend. John quickly invited Smith inside for a cup of coffee, to thank him for his help and also to continue discussing the investment matter. Smith thought for a moment and agreed. Soon, Jessica brought out freshly brewed coffee and cake. But as soon as John took a sip of the coffee, he spat it out. He hurried to apologize, saying, "My wife's coffee tastes terrible." However, when Smith took a sip, he praised Jessica warmly for it. John then said he would go get the project documents for Smith to review, and ordered Jessica to clean up the table right away. Smith looked at Jessica in confusion and asked, "Why do you stay with John when he treats you so badly, even leaving you stranded on the street like that?" Jessica explained, "John's just working hard to make money. Once he has money, he'll change for the better." But Smith replied, "Money doesn't create something that doesn't exist. It only amplifies what's already there." When John came back, Smith didn't even look at the project documents before agreeing to invest $1 million. He then made an appointment to discuss the details with John at the office. After Smith left, John and Jessica immediately hugged each other in excitement. Jessica said happily, "We're finally going to be rich." But John shook his head and said, "No, I'm going to be rich." Jessica was stunned by his words. John continued, "Right now, you're as worthless to me as this cup of coffee." In that moment, Jessica finally believed what Smith had said. She flew into a rage and kicked John out of her room. Just then, Smith suddenly appeared behind John.